Let's talk about it. So I just got to watch Fantastic Four. And before the film, I was not going in liking this at all. Like, I didn't care. I didn't want to watch it. I was like, whatever, right? Pedro Pascal, all the spiel. When I tell you that was the top 10 best Marvel movies, MCU, I have ever seen, and that is leagues better than any of the other Fantastic Four films, I'm shocked. First off, the pacing of this film was probably one of the single best pacings out of any Marvel movie. Say what you want about the Marvels. The Marvels had great pacing. Say what you want about multiple other films, like I'd say Iron Man 1, Iron Man 2. The pacings were amazing. This film's pacing was undefiably the best. This was the king of pacing. The character chemistry was insane. Dude, everything about it. I loved every single character. Usually I don't like every character. I mean, I didn't really like the Silver Surfer. She didn't really matter. Realistically, honestly, the only thing about this film that I had to complain about was the CGI on the Silver Surfer. I felt sometimes she looked really bad, whereas sometimes she looked decent. She didn't look amazing. I will still say Norrin Rad in the 2007 Rise of the Silver Surfer 100% looked better than her. I think it maybe because she was too reflective looking, because there were some times where she looked like she was just a processed box. But as in for the film, it looked phenomenal. It looked so beautiful. The sky looked crazy. Galactus's animations were insane, where his eyes would change from color to no color, like purple to lenses. Man, this is a good film. Like, I'm going to see it again tomorrow and probably the day after, because I know Ray wants to see it, so we're probably going to see it on Saturday. But I got to tell you, like, I can't quite... Oh, and Franklin looked a little bad at the beginning before they actually used a real baby. But, like, I can't tell you how good this film was. The post-credit scene, once again, seen it a while ago, it looked cool. Not a single person in my theater. I don't think they knew, because I went to such an early screening that I think those were just casual people, like kids from school and whatnot. Because a lot of them, nobody was like, oh my God. I was walking to the theater and I saw a kid talk to his mom and say, his mom was sitting like on a bench, and he went with his friends, and he's like, Mom, they had one of those after scenes, and it was like a guy in a green hood. And I was, I wanted to be like, hey, it's Dr. Doom, but, Anyways, dude, Vanessa Kirby killed it. That ending where she was pushing Galactus through the portal, and she was struggling, bro, and you could see the emotion on her face. I teared when she died. That film just gave me emotions. It gave me, happiness, anger, sadness, just everything about that film was crazy to me. Even Pedro Pascal. I will give you your flowers, my good sir. I will give you your flowers. But I think the standout to me was Joseph Quinn. I didn't think I was going to be able to go in, debating on somebody who could compete with Chris Evans. But you, my good sir, you outdid Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. The one thing at the beginning, before the time skip, the bowl cut was kind of annoying. But after the time skip, it was great. I think they should have gotten, put in their suits a little bit longer. And I don't like that Galactus was pretty nerfed. But besides that, like, dude, this was such a good, crazy film. Like, I can't even explain how good it was and how excited I was about this. Like, this, I left with a smile on my face. And I don't usually do that with the films because, Superman was a super big disappointment to me. Jurassic Park was a super big disappointment to me. And the one movie I didn't care about was so good. I can't explain it. I think Marvel took their time on this. You can tell with the casting, they took a long time, and you can see the chemistry on and off the cameras and whatnot, and it's crazy. Like, it really did. The chemistry was just amazing. Mole Man was great. I loved that they made the people in the city look like, or seem like they cared about the Fantastic Four. It was like when Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, when they all helped him, they're like, he's just a kid. Dude, they brought back old memories. They brought back 2000 vibes. They brought a DC film. No jokes, seriousness. I mean, there were some jokes, but they weren't like those ones where you had to think about them, or like that they were trying to be funny. These were just natural Johnny quips, Johnny flirting with girls, The Thing. The Thing was great, but I still will say that Michael Chiklis' Thing is better. You can't tell me the voice isn't better. And I know the voice isn't supposed to change, but he just sounds better. Ebon was great, but I still think Chiklis was better. But once again, An entire cast, stellar. Young Grufford to me still was better than Pedro, but Pedro did amazing. They all were great. Like, you couldn't tell me this was a bad cast. It was a perfect cast by Marvel if you were doing a now age Marvel film. And I'm pretty excited because now next we have Doomsday. Hopefully we put something before, Brand New Day, but it's just like, we need the build-up. There's no build-up, and it makes me sad, but this is such a good film. And if they can do with Doomsday what they did for this, and if they can do with Brand New Day what they did for this, then we're going to be winning. We're going to be winning, Marvel fans, because this is a billion-dollar film. Like, I don't know how many times I can say it, but this is a billion-dollar film. Like, I'm genuinely so mind-blown. I told my wife after we dropped my little one off to my grandma tomorrow, we should go see it again. And then my daughter, she's going on a field trip with like a class, but on Saturday we're gonna watch it as well. Like, I'm so excited to see this movie again. And Syrian and and Phil and Zero, you guys were right. You guys were right. Michael too. You guys were all right. You know, I was gonna love it, and y'all were right. And man, oh man, it was a good film. That's all I gotta say. Fantastic Four, 9.6 out of 10. Story, 10 out of 10. You know, characters, 10 out of 10. Pacing, 10 out of 12 out of 10. CGI was the 9.6. The CGI is what cut it for me, because the space, once again, the space was visually, dude, the whole entire ship sequence where they were running from the Silver Surfer and when they were going to Galactus was crazy. Like, this was, I once again, I can't even tell you how much I loved this film. But yeah, go out and watch Fantastic Four. Seriously, go out now. Get your tickets. I'm going to try for IMAX. I just watched it in like Laser or whatever it's called, Stadium Laser. Go watch it in IMAX. That's all I got to say. It's the film. It's the film of the year. Fantastic Four. Cuatro.